Bonjour. Fuck.
Try it again.
Yeah, we'll try again. Hello, welcome to the Five Side Podcast. I'm Fergus Smith, and I hate saying my own name, but I'm joined by Ross Dewar,
Hello.
Matthew Thompson,
Bonjour.
Billy Kirkpatrick,
Howdy.
and I can't say his name because he's wearing a tainted top, so it is the other one. He's here as well.
Evening.
And I'll just start, cast us back to Tuesday night. It seems a long time ago now. We are at Friday. And League Two, the champions were declared, where it was wrapped up as Queen's Park got a 0-0 draw at home to Elgin, and that was enough for them to see themselves going back up to League One.
Congrats, Queen's Park. Well
Couldn't be
done.
happier for them.
Yep.
We are all Queen's Park.
We're all Queen's Park. Very smart loan move from Luca Connolly. He's picking himself up a league winners medal after Celtic missed out on getting him one.
Can't wait to see them take on Ayr next season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also in League Two, Billy's going to tell us about surprise game he's told us.
Yeah, the surprise game, or as I call it, the worst game I've ever seen in my life. Brecon 0, Cowdenbeath 0.
I'm glad he chose this one.
The two basement teams of the league, confirming why they're the basement teams of the league, with a combined points total of 20 points out of 18 games each played. Dreadful, absolutely dreadful. This game had 0-0 written all over it. This was the worst game I've ever seen in a long time. There was no quality. There was no highlights. There was, I can't even remember, a great chance. There was 4 yellow cards. That was about the highlight of the game, was seeing the 4 yellow cards given. But in all summary, Brecon with a grand total this season of 6 points out of 18 games. If the SPFL have any integrity, they're out. Goodbye, Brecon. Thanks for your service. Get lost. We want somebody else better. Good day.
Well, see, the thing is, do they not have to still play a playoff?
They do.
Yeah,
and lose in the
they've
playoff.
Got 2 more games to lose,
go
yes.
down.
I mean, It was dreadful. It was the worst game. I mean, these two teams have combined for 20 goals this season.
I mean,
They've conceded 70 between them. It was awful. 0-0. I'm awful game.
Brecon are very lucky. Yeah. They got saved last season with the calling of the league. So ever since they got promoted to the championship in such a high, and ever since then they have been in free fall out of the football pyramid.
So I'll tell you, the last time they won a game was last year, in October on Halloween.
Did no one see the tweet that was like their form? I remember liking it. I meant to send it into the group chat. It was like their form since they got promoted to the championship. And it was like, I can't remember. It was like,
I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
It was like 20 wins out of 140 games.
Well, I'm looking at flash scores. It goes back to mid-February 2020. And on it has 2 wins, majority losses, and 5 draws. 6 draws.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. We can all agree that
6 draws.
Very good.
I don't know how many games it is because I'm not counting them, but yes. Terrible form. I mean, even losing to Kelty Hearts in there, they deserve to go down.
I mean, they got promoted to the championship and then got 4 points in a 36-game season, which is embarrassing. It's so bad. They then proceeded to get, to double check how many points they got the season after in League One. They got... they only managed to get... They got 36 points from 36 games, which is not so bad, but they still went straight down, finished bottom.
No, but they're now in League Two, and they've got 6 points from 18 games.
Yeah, and they finished bottom last season. They got saved at the playoffs get cancelled. They would have went, in my opinion, they would have went straight down. They would have went down last season as well, and that would have been the quickest I've seen a team exit.
They're in turmoil at the moment.
Just to clarify, so Brecon's form on the field since the start of the 2017-18 season, which presumably was their season in the championship,
It was, yeah.
won 16, drawn 24,
Oof.
lost 101.
Fuck me.
I mean, this game. I mean, you could have got 22 random folk, stuck them on a pitch, and they'd have produced a better game. It was genuinely that bad. There was no quality. Absolutely no quality.
Well,
Period.
it's not.
But I hope we're not insulting any Beacon fans right now. I hope you
Yeah,
realise
no,
what
no,
the matches
not-
are.
But I bloody hope they don't pay for the pay-per-view. My
I
God,
think they might have
There's
given
better
up
ways-
by now.
there's better ways to piss your money away. Honestly,
League Two in general is not great quality, but it's not the quality of the football
No,
that fans go to.
League Two has
And-
better games than what I watched on
Yeah, no,
League-
that's what I mean. Like
Cross.
League Two, you don't exactly pay for the quality of football. You pay for the usually entertainment in the games. Like we
There
had
was
there.
there was none entertainment. The
Well, we had-
entertainment
we
was
had-
the end.
We had on Tuesday. We did have Annan
Highfield
5,
Town.
Stenhouse Muir 1. I mean,
I bloody wish I'd watched that game.
and what Annan are only two places above Brecon, and they've managed to score 5 goals.
That's Stenhouse Muir.
Well,
When you,
Yeah,
when
but
you
they're,
played
they're also above Annan.
5 goals.
I thought Billy was gonna hit us with the Albion 0 Stranraer 2
No,
game.
I don't talk about Stranraer. No.
No. Yeah, I think Queen's Park will be glad to get out of that league.
I
And
mean, everybody's well done. They won the league, but I mean, it was a job expected.
well, yeah, but I
No.
think now that they've really got to focus on recruitment for next season and sort of.
A job expected, but they did do the job, and that's all that's
It's the
be asked
biggest
of them.
team in
They
the league
couldn't
by
help
country mile. You know.
I mean, yeah, you're saying job expected, but like everyone's been going on for the last couple of years as if Celtic were expected to win the league this season and they didn't do it. So
Because remember, they are just a newly professional team since selling their stadium. They were amateur before. They weren't
Yeah,
even
but look at the
Premiership.
squad
Uh-huh.
that they had. That squad could be comfortably high end League One, low end Championship.
Yeah.
So
But,
they've got out of
and
this.
hopefully it will be in a couple of seasons to come.
Sorry, Bill, you're getting wound up by a team's payroll in the league here.
I'm getting wound up by it. It's quite infuriating, when you're a hard-working
agreed.
team. You're a hard-working team, a hard-working team like Edinburgh City, and you have these bank boys bankrolling their way to the title. It's a joke. It's a bloody disgrace.
Well,
It's like a football manager save all over again.
Look,
Is
I
that
won,
right?
I won the league fair and square, and that is why I've got
A
inducted
league-
into the Northern Ireland Hall of Fame after one season.
A league
also
tainted
that was
in
playing on
Minsters.
Tuesday night, and it's not wrapped up. It's far from wrapped up. I think Craig was saying 5 teams could win this.
Yeah, they would have been 6 if there wasn't a split.
If there wasn't a split, 6 teams could have been in this, but there are the top 5 teams that have split. The top half are all within contention of winning this league here in League One.
Top 3 teams, technically, it's all in their own hands. If any of them go on and win all 4 games left, then they will win the league.
So it's Partick, Thistle, Falkirk, Cove Rangers, Airdrieonians, and Montrose are all fighting, and Partick, after a bit of a up and down sort of season for them, have put together a run of a few games winning.
Yeah.
Some crucial games as well.
Zach Rudden in particular.
And
has,
yeah, I was going to
picked
say
up
Zach
massive
Rudden's
form.
And Scott Tiffany.
on fantastic goal scoring form.
Yeah, for sure.
Bringing Scott Tiffany in was a big move for them, I know.
And
McCall
it
was
was-
a fan of him when he was at Ayr, but
Was on Tuesday night. Dumbarton 0, Partick 2, and that put Partick in more of a driver's seat than any other club. 2 points ahead of Falkirk and Cove.
Well, I mean, it's all right for Partick when you cheat your way to win the games. They should have had a player sent off before half time for what I can only describe as assault. It was assault. It was a brutal elbow to the eye of a Dumbarton player. It was borderline assault.
yeah, I actually I do like Big Sam. I watch his TikToks, so I hope he is okay.
His TikToks are good.
Fractured his eye socket. He's now
Is it-
out of making TikToks till for the foreseeable future because he can't see.
That was just no.
Surely you could see enough to film a TikTok.
It wasn't. No, I'm not. This is not a joke here. It was a disgraceful elbow.
It was.
I'm sorry. You know what? You've got
Disgraceful.
these dunderheats that are refereeing these games. How can you not see that?
I do agree.
Honest to God.
Billy's
I'm-
going the right
I'm
way
so
to get himself flagged up to the SFA again.
Oh Go fuck themselves, the SFA. There you go. If you're listening, go fuck off.
Go fuck off, SFA.
Honest to
Please.
God,
He's getting so red.
my blood's boiled right now.
But
What
he's got a
colour's
point.
The colour's Craig's shirt here.
Oh, come on.
Honestly,
Doesn't
it's
know
all right.
what
We're
to
just going to
say
let the
now.
big teams cheat their way to win the games. That's it. That's how we do it.
That's the way football works.
Guys,
Yeah,
In virtual games.
we noticed that in.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
So who do we want up from that league?
Well,
It's like fucking a Leicester 3 evils
I'll-
here.
I want if Ayr go down, I want Cove to stay down because I want to play Cove next season.
Once you've not been there.
Yeah, so you can take that off your
Yeah.
bucket list.
We can all go.
I don't particularly want to play Partick in the playoffs.
True.
Because I don't want McCall having that satisfaction.
I've beaten
So-
you.
Yeah.
I think Airdrie would be the easiest option out of those ones for the playoffs. But
God, no.
they're playing well. I do like a game against Airdrie in the playoffs.
I hope when things go back to normal, we can visit Airdrie Stadium because that's a cracking stadium for
That's a nice stadium.
for a League
It's
One
a
team.
cracking stadium if
It's
you're.
a bit debatable where I would say it's a cracking stadium, to be honest.
An alright stadium.
I mean,
I
compared
had to
to other
retract what I
teams
was gonna
about
say.
them,
If you're a smackhead, it's a cracking stadium.
I'm glad Ferg said what I was going to say.
It's
That's fine.
it's not a cracking stadium. I'm not having that.
No, it's a good
I'd
stadium.
much rather go to Shinrar. Shinrar.
It's a shite stadium in a shite place. Just nuke it. Nuke it.
Falkirk, where if you get kicked out of the stadium, you can go and climb the tree next to the stadium and watch the football.
Exactly.
And you can go and see the Kelpies.
You can.
Exactly. And you can
I'm
get a
going
bruise after
for
the
a
match.
watch a game of football. I'm not going for a day out.
We are. You go to Falkirk for the day out.
Yeah,
That is a day out in Falkirk.
I'm not going to go to Airdrie for the day, am I?
No, nobody goes to the to Mary Hill.
I think the day out of Airdrie's a day.
I mean, if you're going to Falkirk for the football, you're not even going to end up in actually Falkirk because the stadium's not in Falkirk.
It's in Grangemouth.
Which is much better.
That's all right. You can get a bridge from Falkirk to the game. It's fine.
You can.
Ah, Bruce. Nah, it's a good league, good fight. I think out of all of them,
Well, can I just say that if East Fife do get the most points, I think East Fife should sue the SPFL and they should be promoted. Just a point
it's
of
some
order.
it's some
Well,
it's some
considering they agreed to the split bill, I don't think they've got a grounds to sue them on.
Yeah, well,
it's some decision on who I want to go up out of all these teams. Don't know, probably Cove just for the patter.
If you're
not another
I'd like
bank.
to come up.
bloody bank boy rolling up here
Bank
with his
boy.
money.
Rolling up here with his
They've
money.
You're jealous 'cause
They're
your
the,
team's
they're the
getting
money boys in League One, Bill, but they wouldn't be the money boys coming into the
No.
championship.
Unless they
Not money, but
suddenly
not that
found more
much.
money.
They probably will.
Yeah, it's a good fight to have. Obviously, Falkirk and Cove both losing to give Partick that advantage as well. Both having men sent off as well, which is it's quite funny.
I can't remember where it
I
was
reckon-
Falkirk or Cove. One of them lost to Montrose, which brought Montrose,
Yes, that was Cove.
kept Montrose into it. Actually put Montrose into the top 5 instead of East 5. So
It
Yep.
could be a class finish, whatever happens. There's
Yeah.
so many teams that could be promoted and relegated. It's going to be awesome.
Partick got the massive week where they play Falkirk on a Tuesday and Cove on a Thursday, or vice versa. I can't remember, but that's basically
Yeah, what they're
the
away
make or
to
break, yeah.
Cove and then home to Falkirk or something.
They win those, they win the league. Basically, is
Yeah,
how it'll probably work out.
those are brutal fixtures though. To go out and to go out and fight those games and try and win is that's going to be a tough ask for them, to be honest.
No easy games left for them.
No easy games left for anyone.
No
The
relegation.
championship-
Forth are pretty much secured that already.
Yeah, I think the bottom
And,
half of League One's sort of
Peterhead, Clyde, and Dumbarton, they're all still in contention for the playoff spot, the relegation playoff spot.
yeah.
Because I would, if we do go
Hopefully
down, I
it's
would
Clyde.
like to see Stranraer coming up at the other side. I do love a good away day to Stranraer. Can't beat them.
Let's stop talking about Ayr going down.
Well, that's what's happening.
The championship was on Tuesday night as well.
2 games.
2 games.
One of them we don't need to talk about. It was probably
We
the
were-
worst game
we're-
I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, one of them was the worst game Craig's ever seen in his life, a 0-0 between Morton and Hearts.
Surprise, surprise.
That-
And the other
Hearts
the other
lying
one
down so that Morton can get a draw.
the other one we were going to talk about, but well, Championship clubs, they just love asking for money, and Inverness have hidden the highlights behind a paywall. There was
Yeah,
2
they
red
go-
cards in that game as well.
They can go and fuck themselves
Yeah.
for that.
Yep.
Inverness, they got 2 red cards and then went 1-0 up. It was almost an
Yep.
embarrassing night for Dundee.
Please don't refer
And
to them by their names. Refer to them as Highland Blues.
Highland,
They don't really
sorry,
deserve their
Yeah,
name.
Highland Blues and
Highland Blues.
Edinburgh Maroons.
Yeah.
The Edinburgh Maroons. What is that? Is
Dundee.
that what Dundee are now? The Edinburgh Maroons.
May as well be.
What a cabbage.
I was too busy thinking about Hearts. Anyway, we don't want to talk about the
Hearts always in
Championship
many
because
battles. You think all he thinks about is Hearts.
rent free. Actually, no, Hearts. They released a statement. Was it today?
Yeah,
I read it today.
Yeah, it was.
After stating that they wouldn't lift the trophy,
Well,
they've now stated that one member of the playing staff is going to lift the trophy and walk straight to the dressing room with it. They will not celebrate on the pitch. They'll just pick up the trophy and say, "Right, fuck yous," and go get changed, go
It's
for a shower.
it's a bit
That's it.
insulting to the other players in the league who have obviously they're trying to
Bit-
compete with them,
bit
and
insulting to some of the Hearts fans as well. I know some of them obviously don't want them to lift the trophy because it doesn't mean anything to them, but some of them, they've paid money to watch them all season, and they still want to celebrate when they do win a title, albeit in the league below. It's still it's not
it's still an achievement 'cause
yeah.
it's not an easy league to win, and I think
No.
they found out this year that they're maybe not as good as they perhaps expected to be.
No, they're definitely not.
I mean, Hearts
I
have got no
think-
one else but themselves to blame for getting into this position. We're bottom of the league when it all went down the pan. There's nothing.
They're not the only club that got
Yeah,
disadvantaged by it.
I mean,
Um,
Ayr
I mean,
were in
look
the
at
promotion
Rangers.
playoff spots, and like,
Oh yeah, Rangers.
for all we know, the likes of Ayr could have went on and done something in the promotion playoff spots that year, and then now they're looking to go down. Who knows?
Also, I feel like it's a bit insulting towards the Hearts players, some of the Hearts players as well. Like, not all of those players were there last season when they got put down. Some of them have come. Some of them they've come in,
Or one as a player.
but they've come in to win the championship and go back up to the Premiership and get a chance of playing in the Premiership, and they're not getting to celebrate the fact that they've just won the championship.
Yeah.
I mean, they're only playing against who they have to play against. You know what I mean,
Uh-huh.
they're just trying. I think
I
it's
think
a
it's
tad
embarrassing.
insulting. I think it's a tad insulting.
It's not
I
even
see.
really
I
just came
see
in and
why,
walked the
but
league.
it's,
They've not walked the league. They're only sitting 8 points ahead with 2 games to play. It's not the walk
Yeah,
that
no,
they
they've not.
expected.
I
They've not been great, and they're going to
incredibly
struggle next
overrated.
season with that squad.
Oh,
Or with that
they're not-
manager, even. I'm not going to say anything against the squad. It's not the worst squad in the world, but
Well, they're full
They've-
pensioners.
It's a
No,
bottom
but they-
6 squad.
it's very old.
They've got some decent players in there, but none of them seem to play well together.
Yeah.
No, and also, well, their manager is absolutely hopeless. So
Yeah, I don't see them doing any better than Dundee United done this year.
anyway,
Also,
plenty
when it comes from the-
on.
We need to go
plenty
into
on
the
Hearts.
good news of the week.
The good news of the week. Is there any?
Hamilton all but
Hamilton
relegated.
Hamilton lost. Yep,
All
they're
but relegated.
looking. They're in the driver's seat for going straight down. Losing
Wow.
1-0 to Motherwell.
Oh no, it's not happening.
that's not Ross
Doesn't
County
happen.
still going down. I've said me
The
and
only
Matt
team
have
they've
said it
beat
for
this
weeks
year is
on end.
Motherwell, and they lost to
Why?
Motherwell.
Twice.
Twice they've beat Motherwell, and they lost to
Yeah.
Motherwell. They're not going to beat anyone else in the bottom
They will.
six.
I'm telling you right now, they're not going down.
That's fucking plenty.
Automatically.
Yes,
Kelly, big week for them.
huge week for them, and a 3-0 win over Dundee United's doing them every favour in the world.
I know you are about to expect me to go on about Kyle Lafferty, but what a performance by Ross Millen! Fantastic.
Right,
I mean, let me just say this: Kyle Lafferty is basically playing in the Championship at this point. Okay, so
He's not.
let's be
the
quite
bottom six
clear.
of the Premiership is the
That,
Championship.
Dundee United made significant changes. They,
It was a very weakened team, yeah.
so let's be quite clear. They beat
It was very obviously they
they
were
beat a
focusing on the
depleted-
weekend.
team, so let's not give Kilmarnock too much credit. They beat a depleted team. Well done. Congratulations. Round of applause.
To be fair,
think
you only
he's-
beat who you're up against.
I think
They
they're just
can't
better,
force
Drew,
it.
because we said from the start that Kelly were going to stay up, and they were
I'm,
all telling
I'm
us,
still
"Oh no,
saying
they're going down.
Keller are going
They're
down.
finishing
I'm
bottom.
still saying Keller are going down.
Well, I
They're
mean,
finishing bottom."
I think there's an agenda here. There's an agenda within the within the football authorities to keep the Killie pie in the Premiership. That's what it is.
It is the
all
sponsorship
it
money
is.
it brings in. That's what I'm telling you.
The
That's
Kyle
all it
Laffer
is.
pies.
Even with no supporters.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and I think there's a serious corruption at the full level.
Even though the pie at Ross County is better.
Nobody goes up that far though.
I was listening that Kyle Lafferty is highly interested in extending his contract at Kilmarnock.
Because it's the only place they can get a game.
Do you think that would be a good signing for Kelly in a permanent? 10
Might as well.
10 goals in 6 games so far.
No, they don't sign. No, they don't sign anyone else and sort themselves
To be
out.
fair,
no.
if he's there for a full season, he's going to pick up at least one ban. Loves these flying elbows, does he?
To be fair, when he was at Rangers, he did enjoy 0 goals until about April. Then he'd give it 5 or 6 every year.
Always at the tail end.
What?
He always turned up.
So Kelly sign him on and then loan him out to an our team till April and then call him back. Right, time for your goals.
Right, you. Time for goals. Just saunters in.
Yeah, I suppose you've got to give him some credit where credit's due. I mean, a hat trick is
against a weakened
few-
Dundee United team.
Yeah, it's still
but
3
still-
goals.
He
It's
still
still
scored 3 goals in
but that
against
is
a
credit
goalkeeper
where
and
it's
4
due.
defenders.
Okay.
God, is the
The
first goal
striker
is very
scored the goals.
questionable.
Oh, that's right, Billy. Could never celebrate
It's
strikers
not-
scoring goals.
It's
And
not,
the
if,
game- we never
it's
saw
not every match that a striker scores a hat trick, Bill.
Fucking hell, are we going to start praising the keepers for saving shots next?
Yes, that's
Yes,
that's what you
That's
do.
what we do
No,
in football.
I know. They're doing their job. That's what he's doing. The
Why is it
striker's
worth
doing his job
celebrating?
of scoring. He shouldn't be celebrating. He should be concentrating on the job at hand of keeping Kilmarnock in the Premiership, not
His
giving
job at
himself
hand
self-bloody
fucking
That's what he's
praise.
doing. That's what he's
His job is
doing.
to
That's
score
what he's
goals.
doing.
That's what he's doing his best to try and keep Kilmarnock in the Premiership by
Well,
scoring goals.
Celebrate at the end of the season. Once we're in.
I don't like Kyle Lafferty and I do not like Kelly.
You know what?
But fair play to them there for winning that game. It's a big game for them to win.
It was.
Billy, you say celebrate at the end of the season, but I'm sure Kelly aren't sitting right now celebrating because they've managed to go 2 points clear of the relegation playoff spots when they've
I
still
bet
got
you're-
3 games to play.
They held a massive party on Wednesday night at the Park Hotel.
Right.
I'm convinced
Did
of it.
they?
I heard they
so,
did actually. Yeah,
so they're all
Kyle
gonna
Lafferty
explode.
brought his flute.
Fine, because even if they held a party and get banned for COVID reason, Kyle Lafferty can appeal his ban for being a young
Young player.
prospect.
You got
I
to appeal it.
mean,
Could ruin his career.
compared to some of the guys in our league, he's a young man. So
Yes.
If Kelly manages to stay up with this team of pensioners, then fair play to them.
They will.
They'll
mean-
go down next season though.
Oh, sorry. They might go into the playoffs. I don't think they'll get passed by Ross County.
they're
Right,
going
I
to
don't
massively
think
miss, for example, Chris Burke, who's 38, 37. I don't know how long he's got left at a winger because it's quite a
What
tough
about,
Or is he going to die?
No, but obviously you can't. It's the type of position though. You can't just.
It's up to him. He can play for as long as he wants.
Well, hopefully he does because he's one of Kelly's best
that
players.
credit as well to this week to St Mirren? What a side!
Yep.
10 million injuries
I was gonna
and
say-
they still managed to win.
Matt's just mentioned Ross County, and he doesn't think that they'll go past Kelly.
No,
And they didn't do themselves any favours at home to a very weak St Mirren squad. Still a fairly okay lineup on the night, but a very weak squad they've got at the moment. It's very fragile with injuries. And Ross County losing out 3-1 is not it's not what they wanted to see going into that,
yeah.
especially after taking a reasonably early lead as well.
I think when you're sitting with 3 games left of the season and you've conceded more goals than Hamilton, you can't really complain too much
Yeah.
with the position you're in.
When Ross County went 1-0 up, they should have went more. They were the better team in the first half by a mile. They had quite a few chances. They just never finished any of them, and they were made to pay for their mistakes.
I mean,
Yeah, that's your bottom team.
yeah. I mean, Hamilton are bottom, but
They have scored the least, conceded the most.
Scored the least, conceded the most. That generally doesn't look good at the end of the season.
nah.
But they've won games when it matters.
St Mirren not exactly like flying in the second half. They scored early on in, and they just didn't really muster up much until the last sort of 20 minutes, and they scored with 20 minutes to go, and then with 2 minutes into extra time as well, added time. Sorry.
Yes. St Mirren. Yeah, well done for the victory, St Mirren. You did well.
Just please don't
Especially-
celebrate. Don't celebrate until the end of the season.
Don't celebrate till the end of
No,
the season.
they can celebrate that game because they're safe. They're not going to go down. The
Yeah,
party can start.
It just always surprises me when, like, St Mirren, they're not fighting for anything now. They're not fighting to stay up. They're not.
You can finish best
Fighting.
of the rest,
Yeah.
though. You know what I mean?
They
Same
can finish
with,
best
you
of
know,
the rest.
St Mirren, Dundee United and Motherwell, they're all not fighting for anything really. They're all
Ross County, they deserve to go down. I think they will go down now. I think Kelly will stay up. Even though I have ranted about Kelly, but I do think they will stay up because John Hughes is tactically clueless at the moment. You know,
I think it's a close one, and I don't want to call it. To be honest, if you ask
keep
me.
him, exciting young prospects like Stephen Kelly, not playing him. He's young, hungry, wants to fight for the game. Not playing him. For the first part of the season when they had that other Diddy manager in charge, not putting the young, hungry players into the team. They deserve to be with them, but they go down, they'll rot in the Championship where they belong.
got to feel bad for like Ross Doohan, who went there on loan to the team that's conceded the most goals and he didn't get a chance.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That's exactly my point. You reap what you sow. In Ross County, you're going down. Fuck you.
Billy's
Okay.
on the smoke tonight.
I'm go with paper roses.
He's jumped on our bandwagon.
It has. We said this when we first started the podcast. They were going down.
You're allowed to
Yep.
change your opinion based on evidence.
I'm not
Yep.
going to say anything either way. Like, it's between those three teams. There's only 5 points. I mean, it's not like it's done and dusted that Hamilton are going down and Kelly are staying safe. Like,
The fixtures this weekend as well, it's like almost bonus point. Like they're all playing away from home against the other three teams that are all safe.
None of them are playing this weekend apart from
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
in the
the
Scottish
next.
Cup.
Yeah. Sorry, the next round of Premier League fixtures.
Knew you, man.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah,
Very
they're all
good
playing
to
away
be
from home
connected
to
to.
the three teams.
Yeah.
that will
They're
give
safe.
that.
That'd be bonus points for anyone to pick up.
Mhm.
Even though Dundee United are absolutely dreadful.
Yeah,
Well, you've got St Mirren.
I mean, none of the teams are exactly great, are they?
seventh through 10 are all still in the Scottish Cup as well.
Yeah.
So
True.
they'll all be thinking about that looking into the weekend.
Mhm.
Whereas
Yeah.
Ross County, they've got a weekend off, a weekend to rest up, and hopefully try and push on and get themselves out the playoff spot.
That's what. That's
See,
my
to be honest,
thinking. Like,
I-
Kelly
I-
are still in the Scottish Cup. They still got that to sort of focus on as well.
I can't see Ross County losing in the relegation playoffs either.
No, they might not. I don't like the look of any. The thing is, they're not very good, but I don't see anything that encouraging from the teams in the Championship, though. That's my only thing.
No.
Like, yeah, but can they beat Ross County? Probably. But
Maybe.
yeah, they're not great. Yeah, I mean, they could beat Ross County, but I don't know. Well, it looks like it'll be Wraith are probably going to finish second, aren't they? So we'll see.
Most likely at this point, yes.
Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter because we'll be third versus fourth, and then the winner of that versus second, and then the winner
Yeah,
of that
I'm just
versus
talking about like the second best side in the Championship this year.
the playoff system that heavily favours the Premiership club for some reason.
Because Rangers.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Um,
even because of that, because Rangers were trying to get up with it.
They were. It's like the relegation fight in the Premiership, in the Championship, sort of as well. Their fight for the promotion places as well. Like, coming into the last few weeks here, it's quite exciting. The whole fight for the title in League One. It's going to be a good few weeks to end the season on.
Yeah.
For the neutrals.
The only one that
Can't-
league that's not overly exciting is League 2. now that Queen's Park have wrapped up the title.
Yeah,
There's
Yeah,
a
to be
slight
fair,
fight for the promotion
they were a class above this year.
And then the
mean,
bottom of it, pretty embarrassing.
Relegation's secured for Brecon. There's no coming back from that.
But guarantee you, they'll pull out of the bag. They'll do the absolute unthinkable in the playoffs.
Will they do a Leicester, manage to survive just at the end of the season, then they'll go on and rattle the league.
Yep. They'll come straight back up to the Championship, then go straight back down.
No, this
not
time
all the way to the Premiership
up
and
to
they'll
the
win
Premiership.
the Premier League.
I
Yeah,
think so. I think we'll make
Guys,
it.
and then they'll win the Champions League this season after that.
Yeah.
The season after they get to the Premiership.
Yeah, because they're going to win the Premiership and then they're going to get into the Champions
you-
League. Gosh, come on, learn.
They'll win the Scottish Cup along the way, and then win the Europa League, and then get into the Champions League that way. So
Not
they can
that
win
this
the
even
Premier League
mattered.
and the Championship at the same season.
I feel
Not
like
that that's even
rambling
mattered, but,
nonsense here.
There was also 3 games in the Championship group. The only team out of all the teams winning, Hibs. Kind of now all but securing third place.
Yeah, I think
6
it's fair.
points clear Aberdeen. Aberdeen getting a draw against Celtic.
I think if Aberdeen had finished third, it would have been a bit like that would have been robbery. Honestly,
Yeah.
they've been so bad for a lot of this season.
Mhm.
They don't.
So have
deserve
Hibs
it.
at points though.
So have Hibs, but it was that just run. Aberdeen. It was like they've scored 13 less goals than Hibs. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
don't. They didn't deserve third place.
No, and they drew against Celtic, but who hasn't this season? You know.
Exactly.
Lee Griffiths showing Aberdeen what they'll be getting if they sign him next season. If the rumours
Yep.
are.
Heading his way into Steve Clark's squad, isn't he, Joe?
No, he's
No.
not.
There you have it.
Well,
I thought it was quite funny, the video of him scoring and celebrating. He's kind of like running away like fucking wow, an equaliser in a game that doesn't matter. And Karamoko Dembele's like, yeah, it's Griff, come on Griff, and it's like, oh, just chill out, bro.
I
Like,
guess you never want to lose games though.
And when you're
No, I
used to
know, but-
scoring like tons of goals and you've scored one goal in a meaningless game, you just want the
yeah,
game.
Griff knew that, but
To be fair, think of how embarrassing it would be to lose to Aberdeen.
we Karamoko was like, I can't believe I'm actually on the pitch. At the start of the night, he was probably like, I can't believe I'm on the bench. What's going on?
Hey, he was getting a run out 2 seasons ago.
How did they play Ferg? Because I've seen a lot of people lately suggest that he's been close to getting a team for years now and has not really been given the chance. I only seen the highlights, so
I
it's
feel like
hard
it's a
to
tough
say.
one. See, whenever I've seen him play, he'll do it like he does some like amazing things, plays some great passes, and then the next game he just doesn't get in the squad again. It's just always bizarre. It would have been one that I would have liked to see get like a run in game, like a few games this season, or even towards the end of the season get like a run of starts and stuff, because
He's
well,
at that
especially
age, he
when
needs
we're
games.
when we're looking at losing him as well, because he's going to run out of contract,
One
and he's been talked to being like such a great prospect, and then he doesn't get game time to actually prove what he can do.
How old is he now?
18.
18.
Was he 18?
Once you had lost the league, that's what you should have. You should have given the players like him a
The younger
chance,
players.
like Armstrong will go flex as well.
Montgomery, who's been on the bench a few times this season now, but he's not seen any time.
Obviously,
I think if you're John Kennedy, though, the only problem is that I'm assuming that he at one point thought he would actually have a chance of getting the job.
yeah,
No, he's no chance
that's
now, though.
true.
No, so like if I'm John Kennedy, I'm thinking I need to try and get things going because
What is
I
he,
actually
3
want
wins
this
and 6
job.
or something?
Yeah, I'm not saying he should get the job, but in his head, he probably
Tragic.
thought, I want this job, so I'm going to put out the strongest team possible to try and
Yeah.
win games.
But he could have he's got every bit of chance to win games against like some of the lower teams, like
Yeah.
playing the kids as he does, and he'll look a lot better. Like look, I'm using the new system here. I'm showing
Yeah.
what we can do with these players. Like,
And he
these
might
are-
have the chance of getting the job and then retaining the youth players that look good.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just certainly not against playing youth players. I'm just saying that might be part of the reason why he hasn't included them.
Obviously, with the new chief executive coming into Celtic, he's probably had words with him that he's not
No, he
getting
should
the
be sacked on the
job
spot.
and-
He should be sacked on the spot. He wore a blue suit on his first day. Get him out.
What, you
And he also
wearing a
wore-
green suit like the Riddler?
He also wore
The
he also
Joker.
wore brown he wore brown brogues to match it.
And it's
So
black It's black or green. That's the dress code at Celtic Park.
He wore a blue suit, brown brogues. You couldn't get more staunch.
To be
Just
fair,
because
it's probably
you've come from
Scottish
rugby doesn't
rugby
mean you need to be
attire.
staunch.
We've also got sad news. I know Ferg will be very sad that Polish Paddy
Tell me we got our money back.
has taken
Got
a
our money
plane
back.
to JFK and
Somehow we've managed to rob a team.
Who said it was
Get our
JFK?
transfer
Who
fee
said it
back.
was
it could
JFK?
have
Could
been
be Newark.
LaGuardia or Newark.
Um,
See, for that is a good bit of business for Celtic.
That is
in my
really
It
good
opinion.
really
bit
is
of
good
business.
business.
we got our money back, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Because he had the drive, he had the determination, he bulked up over lockdown. He just didn't have the technical ability to.
So did Lee Griffiths.
Yeah, but he just bulked up on kebabs and bottles of cider and cocktails in his back garden.
Exactly. Polish Paddy would
You know
as
what?
well doing that.
Fair play to him.
Fair play to Griff. Yeah, well done, Griff.
Yeah, fair play. That's what I'm saying. Fair play to Griff. He deserved these kebabs. He's had a.
He did. Scored
Does
2
he?
free kicks against England.
He did.
Right.
Well, actually,
Well,
20
going
years
back
ago.
to when you said at the start of the Celtic conversation that Griff was heading his way into Steve Clark's side, I did see that UEFA were talking about increasing the squad size from 23 to 25, but the English FA and the German FA were coming out completely against it. I don't know why they're so against increasing the squad size by 2, but they
Sure, that
seem
benefits
very
them
against
more
it.
than anyone else.
Sure that does benefit the team with a much
Better
Better
players.
players.
Yeah, they've got a much bigger squad depth.
Yeah.
England do at least than we do.
Well, supposedly Gareth Southgate said that it's harder to manage a bigger squad, so 2 extra players it's harder to manage,
Oh, 2 extra players is going to rip you.
and it causes
If we do an extra player-
upset when the fringe players don't get game time.
No, but if we had an extra player, we could take Patterson,
And Turnbull, probably.
Palmer, and O'Donnell.
We could
Oh, that's true.
do that.
Like the options.
We can even if you think about it, get not them. Ollie McBurney's not going to be in the squad, but if we had 2 extra spaces, we could take an injured Ollie McBurney with us.
We could,
Can we
sort of
take
spur the
Chris
guys on.
and we'll
Julian?
take
Chris Julian.
we'll take an injured Ryan Jack as well. May as well.
One
those can be our
sec,
two-
I'm
two
getting a
extra
phone
spaces.
call. Nacho Novo? Yeah, you want to play?
No, he's got a pub to run, mate. They're just opening back up on
they
Monday,
don't
so
have the
he's got
pub anymore.
Haven't you
But
not played in Scotland long enough for a call-up?
He has, but
Probably.
the home nations have a agreement not to use the
Fucking
that rule. Like, come on.
Is
No, but it's probably just a gentleman's agreement.
agreement. We can break.
Yeah,
it.
I think it's a gentleman's agreement. I don't think.
Fuck it. Let's call him up.
can't
But
believe James
see
McTavernier's
right
in the
now,
Euro
I'd
squad.
rather be calling up Nathan Patterson than Tavernier. Just the
I don't
fact
know
that
what-
Nathan Patterson's younger, he's obviously,
Obviously, looks like he can party.
yeah, obviously loves a wee party. And you know, us in Scotland, we can
He
boogie.
can boogie.
So, yeah, so
By the way, I'm still waiting a reply back from Baccarat. They haven't got back to me yet. I'm very devastated.
well, we're coming on the
Christ,
podcast.
hopefully we'll get them on for our Euro
I'm
celebration.
going to try to get them on,
podcast.
yes.
Look,
I'm waiting
when we
back.
win.
back at it, if you are listening, keep the date of the Euro final free because we'll have you on for that day.
Wait a minute. Apparently, according to Daily Record Sport, Jose Mourinho has been approached by Celtic.
Of course. Let's not go there today.
You know
I can't
what?
be arsed.
You know
Hello, would
what?
you like a Celtic job? No. Oh, there we go.
He loves a macaroni pie. He'd love an away day at Livingston.
I reckon the guy's made enough money in his career. I reckon he should do it just for the shits and giggles.
I know people will argue, but I mean,
He never
Por-
shits or giggles. Craig, though.
Celtic are
Look
as
at
big
him,
as
look
a
at them
team
have.
like Porto.
Yeah,
Celtic are as big as Tottenham. Fair enough, they don't play in this big
Yeah.
league. They have money. They're as big as side.
but I don't.
No, I can't imagine him at Celtic because I watched I watched the Tottenham All or Nothing thing. I could not
Oh,
imagine
what
him
a
at
series!
Celtic walking through Lennoxtown going, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah, I could imagine him saying that
He
exactly.
kicked off at a state of the art training centre. Like,
Lennoxtown's
Just
not
go-
bad.
imagine him, but compared to Tottenham's training centre,
Yeah,
like,
but if he's coming up here,
He's
he's not thinking, okay, the facilities are going to be better than when I was at
Yeah,
Tottenham
also,
or
the
United.
fucking
Tottenham just spent over £1 billion doing up their stadium, their training facilities.
not good
Obviously,
enough.
he lost his next team's not going to be that rich.
Can you imagine Jose in a away day at a Scottish Cup tie against Albion Rovers, for instance?
Yes,
fuck
I can
me.
That's
imagine it, and
it would be
It's like
very
that one I
memey.
sent. It's like that one I sent. We've got this very real possibility of Jose Mourinho trying to play mind games with Brian Rice.
Exactly, Brian Rice will be in his head, and Jose Mourinho won't be able to stop it.
What's the stadium where you can stand on the wall and look over into the thing? And away day there.
Most Scottish football
Most
stadiums.
places.
Awesome.
He'll
Stranraer.
go up and start arguing with the fans at the
He'll do-
wall.
he'll do-
Imagine in
he'll do a
Stranraer you can
Pedro.
stand at the fence.
Pedro
Yeah,
arguing over
true.
the hedge.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean,
he go sit in the
Christ.
tree at
the
the
dogs
Falkirk
keep
Stadium.
barking and the caravan keeps moving. Jose Mourinho, 2022.
Right.
After a 1-1 draw against Albion Rovers.
A quick congratulations is in order for Billy for his
I'm back.
well done. You predicted mostly draws and you pulled out a bit of luck with your one each.
I mean, when you put me at 5-1 each, you're going to get at least one right. You got
Oh,
two.
thank you.
and he did. He got 2 right. And he ended on 15 points. Next back was Durwell 11. Myself with 9, Craig was 7, and Matt was 6.
Remember that time I was over 20
stinky
points
week.
ahead?
Matt, you were
Yep.
over, over 30 points ahead at one point.
Over 30 points ahead.
Now Matt's gone from roaring away. He's now only 1 point ahead of Dur.
It's exciting.
And Billy's well in with contention for this. I know he's a fair few back, but
I'm still 32 behind.
To be fair,
one
good
weekend
week.
we've got a big weekend coming up. I mean that could easily change.
I often do well in.
I was going to say it could
Scottish
turn on its head, but certainly not.
often do well in the Scottish Cup games, so we'll see.
Well, we will see, and it is apparently week 22 that's doing this.
Christ.
Well, it's not week.
Week 11.
It's yeah. We're doing midweeks as well.
Game week 22.
Game week 22.
It's the 22nd time we've done this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we're going to start in hopefully sunny Edinburgh and as Hibs take on Motherwell.
I think Hibs will see themselves into the semi-final comfortably here. 3-1.
3-0.
2.
You just have to guess.
Motherwell,
Yeah,
you have
Hibs.
to-
3-0 to Hibs, right? 3-0 to Hibs. I thought it was...
I'm going to say 2-0 to Hibs.
I'll go 2-1 to Hibs. Wait, what did you say? 2-0?
Yeah.
I'll take 2-0
Oh,
Hibs.
Right or not? You'll
No, I'm kidding on. Yeah, 2-1.
Next is Aberdeen Dundee United, the drabbest game of the lot.
Stephen Glass will pull out another decent performance here, and they'll win 2-0. Dundee United resting their players was all for nothing.
Score draw 1-1.
I'm going to say a 1-0 to Aberdeen.
I'm going to go 2-0 Aberdeen.
I'll go 2-1 Aberdeen. Rangers take on St Johnstone as well in the cup.
I think this will be a much more comfortable game for Rangers in the league game. 3-0.
I'll go what I went for in midweek. 2-1 Rangers.
I'm going to say 2-0 Rangers.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2-0 Rangers.
I'm going to
I'm
echo
not
Billy.
saying that I agree with you. I'm pretty sure I said 2-0 for the midweek one as well.
Yeah, me
Echo
too.
Billy. I'm going to go 2-1 Rangers. Kilmarnock v St Mirren.
Gonna go for a 1 each draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, score draw 1-1.
I'm going to say 2-1 to Kelly.
I'm going to go with 1-1. Yeah, 1 each.
Tell you
Yep,
what, either
score draw,
all of
1
you
each.
guys are going to get points, or I'm going to get points, or none of us will get points for that one.
I put in my score draw
That's how
before
it
anyone
works.
else said it.
Yeah.
I filled in all my results before anyone says anything. Okay. Next is Championship football. Ayr take on Queen of the South. Queen of the South win all round. Yeah.
No, look, I think we're gonna come out storming in this game. 3-0 here. I have to go for it.
This is the nail in Ayer's coffin. 4-1 Queen of the South.
4-1.
I know, I'm going bold. Going bold, I know.
Yeah, I want Ayr to do well, but at the same time, I don't see it. 2-0 Queen of the South.
Score draw, one each.
Sorry, I was reading that there. 2-0 Queen of the South.
So what did Craig pick?
3-0
3-0
Ayr.
Ayr.
Of course.
To be fair, Matt,
Um,
I'll take your one each draw as well, as long as
Yeah.
Arbroath lose and Morton lose.
Well, next is Dundee take on Wraith.
I'm going to go for a score draw, 2 each.
2 each.
Score draw, 1 each.
Wraith 1-0.
I'm gonna go with the. Gonna go 1-0 to the Edinburgh Maroons.
Fuck off. Score draw, one each.
Uh,
Is what I've written down. Dunfermline, Arbroath.
I'm going to go for 4-0 Dunfermline.
Of course you would.
Score draw, 1 each.
You on smack?
Look, I'm going for what I want, not what I'm thinking. I can't. I need to go with my heart.
1-0 at Dunfermline.
I'm gonna go with 2-1 Dunfermline.
Well, I guess I'm the only one going the other way, and I'm going 2-1 Arbroath. I think they'll sneak it, and Ayr will be relegated.
But you've got to remember, we're going to go into playoffs. If you
Well,
know.
next is the Dundee Blues against Inverness.
I think the Highland Blues will beat the Dundee Blues here.
Wait,
2-1.
we can't call them the Highland Blues. So what are Ross County the Highland Bluers?
Yes.
Shite.
The more Highland Blues.
The Highland Blue with a bit of red.
What score did you say, Craig? Sorry.
2-1 to Inverness. 2-1 to Highland Blues, sorry.
All right.
I don't even know which two teams. I don't even know what teams we're talking about,
It's
so I'll
hard-
just go
hard-
score draw 1-1.
It's
It's
Hearts
Hearts
v
Inverness. It's Hearts
Inverness.
Inverness.
I don't know,
That
just
was the joke.
1 each. We'll do that.
I was just checking.
I'm gonna echo the 1 each. I think.
You're all bloody nuts.
I still think Hearts will do it. Their title party. I'll go 2-0.
3-0 Hearts. And last but certainly least is Morton v Alloa. I don't know why I put such a big scoreline, but yeah.
Although relegated, Alloa will come back to hurt Morton 4-0 Alloa.
4.
In fact, we'll go for 3 now.
You've got to give Craig your
3
points.
3
You've
now.
got to give Craig your points if it finishes 4-0 Alloa.
No,
If it finishes-
I've changed it to 3 now. Change it to 3 now.
No, I'm not going
Oh,
I'm not going on that. I think stuff it. Score draw 1 each.
I tell you, that was a bold one, Bill.
I don't know who's pulled that one out.
5-0 Morton.
Jesus Christ.
I think Morton will win. I don't think it'll be 5. I think 2. 2-0 Morton.
I'll go 3-1 Morton. Alloa have a goal in them, but only one.
If Ayr win and either Arbroath or Morton lose, then Ayr are safe. Just FYI.
Somehow.
Even with a game to spare.
Yeah,
Good for them.
I don't see her winning though.
Bunch of
Yeah,
cocks.
if Ayr win, I think I'll eat my hat on Monday.
If
I'm not one to.
if
I'll
Ayr
eat my hat.
lose and then Morton and Arbroath lose, we are still safe. No, we're not.
Right, just shush, right?
If Ayr
Do the
draw,
premonitions next week.
if Ayr draw and Morton and Arbroath lose, then we are safe with a game to spare still. Somehow, I don't.
I just
It's fine because Hoppy's at the wheel.
yeah, and the tires are
There's
burst.
not a man in football that's in a worse year. Well, aside
Um,
from Lennon. And most Celtic related football people.
Most Celtic related football people
Mm.
is how we refer to don't know,
Celtic
players, coaches.
Yeah, fans.
Christ. Is that the end? Are we all done?
believe so.
We are.
Well, until Monday comes around, we're gonna have to bid everyone farewell, and it's gonna be bye from Jure.
As always, guys,
As always,
be sure
guys, thanks for listening.
Yep, as always, thanks for listening. Be sure to check out our socials. And if anyone does want to send in their scores and beat Craig, because anyone with a brain could beat Craig, please send your scores in.
Billy, you can go next.
Yes, thank you everybody for listening to this podcast. May the ball roll kindly for your teams this weekend. Goodbye.
Craig, have you got any response to Jure?
Goodbye.
No.
That is all from Craig. And Matt, before you go, any final wishes?
Nah, I just hope everyone has a good weekend except the Rangers fans. That's it.
Yep. And from me, well, as always, as I always say, goodbye, good night, and God bless.
Hail, hail.